Welcome to day number 9, where apparently we're frozen in time. This might as well just be a still painting.
Does that mean we can stay on the cruise forever?
I wanna be forever young. Do you really want to cruise forever? Forever, forever. Ho 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 ho. Hey, hey. Eats.
It sounds like Gaga.
Welcome back to Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas, day number 9. We're getting there. It's an 11-night sailing, so
yeah.
Gotta make these last 3 days count, and we will.
We will.
We're gonna get the party started right away, though. Bumper cars are going right now.
Let's go.
That's where we're going. Ah, looks like a bright, sunny day at sea. Haven't looked at the map yet, so I don't know exactly where we're at, but
I don't know. If I had to guess, it would be the Atlantic.
good call. Ooh, lucky number 7. All right.
The last gentleman guaranteed is the gentleman in the high-vis jacket.
I need a jump start. That last bump took me out. This guy. Just trying for the show. That's it. He's going down. Blue 15. Execute order 66. We're dancing buddies.
We're dancing bumper cars.
It is done. Day at sea. Day at sea. There's the wake. Guess what's coming up very, very soon? You're gonna be in that wind tunnel, floating around.
I know, we're basically gonna go find my dad and then we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's about almost go time.
So here are the restrictions for the iFLY. So guests less than 6 feet tall must weigh less than 230 pounds. Guests that are over 6 feet tall must weigh 250 pounds or less. And you have to be 3 years old, at least 3 years old and older. And you can't have any loose items or jewelry. To sign a waiver, you have to wear socks and tennis shoes. You have to let the instructor know if you have any shoulder, back, neck, or heart conditions. Bring your sea pass, your clothes have to be dry, you have to have a reservation. Oh, and you have to arrive 10 minutes before your scheduled appointment time.
Well, we still got time. Definitely make a reservation. You can do it ahead of time before your cruise on the cruise planner. That's what we did.
Yes.
And then you can also make them on board.
Yeah.
But do it ahead, we recommend.
Let's go find my dad and we'll do it.
Do it. And within a period of about 5 minutes, they completely cleared the floor and got all the cars put away. It's just that quick. Gigi the giraffe, rock climbing wall, and then right next to that we go through these sliding glass doors, and that is the Ripcord by iFLY office, also for the flow rider and other activities. So we're gonna go in here so they can sign their waivers, get suited up, be ready to go. And inside the office here, you can see all the helmets and flight suits they have. So you can get ready, get geared up, and head upstairs to fly. And it looks like on the opposite side of the desk here, we have this little room. I'll just show you a safety video. I have some safety information up on the walls. And something to point out, this is always important to us, and it may be important to you too. No cameras or mobile devices allowed with flyers. So they've just called Chelsea and her dad's group in, and the first thing they could do is step on the scale right away to make sure you're within those weight restrictions we talked about earlier. Then they send you into the little office room here to watch the safety video. There's Chelsea and her dad. They're watching the safety video. tell them how to do the ripcord. So they watched the safety video in here. It was about 5 minutes, then 5 minutes more explanation from the instructor. Now they're over there getting suited up, helmets and suits, and then they'll be heading up, ready to go. Something else we wanted to point out is that if you make an advanced reservation for either the Ripcord by iFLY, the skydiving that they're about to do, or the North Star, the observation tower that we did yesterday and back on day 2, if you make an advanced reservation for those and you don't cancel them before 12 hours in advance, you can be charged a $25 fee. So just keep that in mind, because you know they're extremely popular, so space is limited for those things. And if you're making reservations and they're not showing up, that, you know, is not good for other guests. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna make the advanced reservation, which you should, just make sure you're going to actually show up for it, or give a 12-hour, like more than 12-hour notice that you're gonna cancel. Here's a look at the flying tube before they come out and get going. You can see it's like a, almost looks like a steel wire braided net that you walk out on and prevents you from falling down. And then down below that is the vented air blower. So it's not like just spinning blades. Also worth mentioning, in case it wasn't clear before, that the Ripcord by iFLY skydiving simulator is included with your cruise fare. There's no additional charge to do this activity, which is pretty cool. It's also cool and worth mentioning that, you know, this is the main tube that you fly in, obviously, but then they have this door here. This is all glassed in as well. The benches where you sit and wait for your turn to actually go into the tube itself. So that means that I'm pretty sure that we can just walk around and film like this even when they're in there doing it, because it's, you know, it's sealed off. So that's nice. You get all kinds of different angles, get lots of viewing opportunities so everyone can enjoy it together. And it looks like the contestants are about to enter the arena. Number 19, ready to fly. Yay! Oh, so this is cool. We mentioned how you couldn't take any kind of camera or phone with you inside, but you can set them up like on a tripod or leaned up against the little hook rails there. The staff was totally cool with that. They actually helped them get the right angle, because they had it kind of just pointing straight in, and he said you want it pointed up more of an angle since you're going to be flying up high. Also, you wear ear protectors, like you have earplugs in, so Chelsea said that she couldn't hear a word I was saying when when she came up. So just know that anyone who's doing it won't be able to hear you. And this is the instructor. Blue and gray is the instructor. Everyone else is just in blue. Don't get wild and crazy. So just keep it calm and even. I like that. That's funny. And this guy's running the controls here, and there's all these displays of measurements, so like miles per hour, the wind speed, and different timers and things like that. What group this is and stuff. So that's pretty cool. They monitor all of that. All right, so we can see a timer here on the information display whenever someone enters. Let's see, I haven't caught what time it started with. So 55 seconds. Okay, so get about a minute, because even once that timer ended, he had her in there for a few more seconds. So figure about a minute of flight time. Also, I could be wrong, but it looks like they can adjust, and they are adjusting the wind speed based on the, like, I guess the mass or the size of the person. So obviously someone light like Chelsea will need a lot less wind than someone big like me. All right, Chelsea's up, it's her turn. Here she goes. entered the SeaPlex and they're doing some dance instruction. That's pretty cool. All kinds of things in here.
It's cool that they do it in here because it's such a big space.
Yeah, and there's lots of people that can do it at one time, so that is neat.
I like that. Oh, look at the signage.
SeaPlex. Let's get to a quiet spot and you can tell us all about your flight. Heyo!
I flew.
You flew, literally.
I've been flying a lot this cruise. I did trapeze on the flying trapeze and the flying clear tube. I loved it. It was awesome. And honestly, like, I didn't find it scary at all.
That's good. Someone who's afraid of heights.
Yeah, I think it was because for this, you're so beginner that you're not going up high.
Right.
They're not gonna let you go up high. So yeah, there wasn't anything scary about it. I wasn't worried, but like I was like, oh, is this gonna be something uncomfortable? Is it gonna be uncomfortable for my back? Is it just going to like be a lot of pressure? Is it gonna hurt my face? But none of those things were a factor. And you think like, oh, it's you do all this and you only get a minute, but the minute feels long enough. He spun me. That was the funnest. I wish he would have just spun me the whole time.
Question, because we all saw up to the point of you going in, checking in, your safety video and instruction, you're getting suited up. What happened between you guys getting suited up and you walking up the stairs?
Not too much. He kind of gathered us in a circle and kind of did some reminders of the things that they talked about in the safety video. So for example, the hand signals that they use. So here are the hand signals, and they'll go over that with you before you do it, but just so you have an idea ahead of time. So if they go like this, that means that you need to straighten your legs. They go like this, that means you need to bend your legs more. If he goes like this or like this, that means you need to put your chin up. And then if he goes like this, that means you need to relax. Because basically what he was talking about was that you need to be tense enough to support yourself and arch yourself, but not so tense to where you're rigid. You need so that the air will slide off you easier, if that makes sense.
Keep you aerodynamic. Also worth pointing out that you are welcome to extend gratuity to your flight instructor. Yeah,
they mentioned that like very briefly, like very non-demanding, but just like if you wanted to, that's acceptable.
Success, yeah. Lots of fun.
I would be up for doing. I will say it takes a good amount of time.
Yes.
It's a pretty long. I mean, it's 1:30.
It's probably like an hour.
Yeah.
All told, around an hour. Now we're gonna go do something we have not done on the, well, we've kind of done on the ship. You saw us get milkshakes at Johnny Rockets, but now we're actually going to go eat. We're gonna have lunch there, get food and milkshakes. So.
And a cherry Coke.
Yeah. Okay. Because the milkshake brings all the boys to Johnny Rockets.
Because their milkshakes are better than yours.
Nope.
Go.
Nope.
Nope. And they'll have to charge.
Interesting to note that all the signage just says Johnny Rockets, but the actual like, official signage says Johnny Rockets Express. Let's take a spin around the menu. 100% natural beef.
Here is our lunch view. Got a nice little table. Vanilla shake, strawberry shake. As you can probably hear, they're playing music out on the pool deck, and it's really loud.
Okay, So two things. Number one, we always talk about, our people have always told us about Crown and Anchor members getting buy one, get one free milkshakes at Johnny Rockets. That's true, but you only get that once per sailing.
Yeah.
So on an 11-night sailing,
So
you gotta think about that.
only one BOGO, then after that, regular.
Also, they add a gratuity to the bill.
Really? For Express?
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird and uncalled for. So you're literally just ordering food and picking it up from a window.
I could see that for the regular one,
Right,
like what we did on Majesty.
You're being served.
But it's Express.
It's Express, just grab and go, and they automatically add a gratuity to it. I mean, I'm guessing about 18, 20%. I'm guessing 18.
Huh, okay. I wouldn't expect that.
Me neither, but there you go. Alright, delicious meal at Johnny Rockets. Complete.
Yeah, if you watched our Majesty video when we ate there during that sailing, and I'll link that video, we got the same thing, and it tasted about the same.
Yeah.
I think that food's pretty consistent no matter which location you go to.
Do you notice anything right now? While we're outside?
It feels nice and breezy.
How does it feel though compared to how it has? My point being the temperature is definitely dropping as we make our way further north.
It's a little cooler. Oh
It is a lot cooler.
It's gonna be cold tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
Eee. Assessment, which is, this is the perfect place to come if you just want to like relax and watch fun stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity going on here.
Because you can turn this way and watch people doing the flow rider, which is fun. Or you can turn this way and watch people doing the iFLY.
You can even peek through, maybe not you, you're a little short, but my height, and see the North Star up.
Oh, I can see the very itty bitty top.
So one of the biggest fears or anxieties people have with cruising, first-time cruisers, is being out at sea, being out in the ocean. This is what the ocean looks like, or the Caribbean looks like, almost all the time.
We sail a good amount, Caribbean sailing. I would say about 97% of our time at sea, it looks like that.
And the 3% that it doesn't look like this, it's not, whoa, it's none of that, none of that.
It's just like small white cap.
Small little white cap wave. Got a little adult volleyball action going in the SeaPlex right now. But on the screen behind you displays what we will be doing in just a little bit for the first time.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
When's the last time you went roller skating?
I don't know, maybe 8
years old?
Yeah, not like 8 minutes ago. Yeah, 8 years old. Last time I rollerbladed was like 10.
Well, that's what's funny is because I was gonna say it's probably been, no exaggeration, about 20 years for me, and I would have been 9.
Yeah.
You would have been 8 20 years ago. So for 2 decades we haven't. Yes. For 2 decades we have not roller skated. So we'll see how this goes.
I don't think we're gonna have a problem.
Okay. Confidence.
Well, okay, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem. I don't think you will either. You'll do good. I'm just not trying to speak for you. Just trying not to speak for you. Hopefully that's not the view you're gonna get when we're actually roller.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind, but hopefully not. We'll see.
No, we're gonna do great.
Coming up shortly.
Great.
Got our equipment.
Yeah.
Minus our skates. Gotta put this on first.
Knee pads, elbow pads, helmet.
And wristband.
And
we're in the 5 o'clock session.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, it's helmet, knee pads, wrist pads, and elbow pads. So 3 different kinds with the helmet. We're strapped in. Helmet, check. Elbows, check. Wrists, check. Knees, check. Good to go.
Yeah.
Let's get our skates.
We look like Otto and Reggie Rocket.
All right. She asked for our shoe size for the skates, and I told her 14 if she has it, and she said, let me go check. And she said they're basically brand new because no one's ever worn them really.
That never happens.
Having big feet pays off.
Good for you.
All right.
We're on.
Let's give this a go.
I'm taller now.
Yes. We're all taller now. Let's get out on the rink. There you go. You got it. It's like, it's easier than ice skating, but not by much. I can't believe I used to rollerblade. File this one away in the bad ideas. Trying to roller skate and vlog yourself. So far, so good. Okay. Man, my ankles are already tiring out. Same thing happens to me ice skating. Must be putting too much effort on my ankles. I don't know. Also, they have these little bars that you can hang on to that have wheels on them. If you're having trouble skating, just keep your balance. Wee bump. Roller disco. Nice.
It's like we're skating together.
Yay. Ah!
Do you see that? One foot.
We saw your upper half. I could tell what you were doing, but I don't think we saw the skates.
It's on 1 foot. I'll
One
try
foot.
again.
Okay, whoa.
Oh God.
Take it easy.
Okay, sorry.
You're good. Go. Also should point out that there seem to be a lot more lax with roller skating than they do on ice skating. Now, of course, no ice skating on this ship or this class of ship, but on other ones we've been on, I know they would say no skating backwards, no tricks, none of that kind of stuff. But they're doing it out here. It's loose. I have the camera out there filming. They didn't say anything. I don't know if she didn't see. I'm pretty sure she saw me. I don't think they care. Chelsea had her phone out taking pictures and stuff. You can't do that when you're ice skating. None of that kind of stuff.
That's for teens.
And now that I'm reading the little ticker, tricks are not allowed. Happy skating. Someone was skating backwards. Maybe they don't consider that a trick. But helmets, wrist guards, elbows, and knee pads are mandatory. Nothing about no cameras. Nothing about no dancing. Sunset view from the virtual balcony. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really pretty actually.
A little hard to tell on the camera because it just seems like there's not really anything there. It's kind of washing it out. We went roller skating more like you.
It was fun.
Tiring.
I really enjoyed it.
You'll do it again.
You maybe. Yeah. I wanted to explain some of the restrictions, rules, regulations, all that stuff. Your clothing must be dry. Helmets and other safety gear that is provided, you have to wear. So you don't have an option. You have to wear the helmet, the wrist, the knees, and the elbow stuff.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes. You have to protect them all. Children under the age of 6 must be accompanied in the rink by a parent or guardian. I don't see anything here about a minimum age.
No, because you can like do it with them. They have the little bars for them to hold on to. So I think as long as they're capable of...
And the equipment fits them.
Right, that would be the main.
But it just...
Bugaboo.
Yeah, this just says that if they're under the age of 6, the parent has to be in the rink. Limited
spots per session.
Yeah, so they only do so many for each time slot, and each time slot is 30 minutes.
So we had the 5 o'clock, we went to 5:30. We have completed the SeaPlex activity gauntlet. Like the things that the SeaPlex was made for, I feel like. Which is like basketball, bumper cars, trapeze and roller skating. Check, check, check. We did the Mount Rushmore of the SeaPlex.
And now, in just a hot second, we're gonna head over to the Royal Theater because it's time.
We will call you back.
No, we will rock you. We're gonna go see that tonight. That's the main, the big ticket item for this sailing. It's the Broadway show. It's all Queen music.
That's right. Well, I don't know if it's all Queen music, but it's definitely based around Queen music. Almost showtime.
Yeah.
So we have our reservations.
Yeah, this is one, because it's so popular, you do need to have a reservation for. So make sure you bring your so make sure, one, you make a reservation either via app or on the cruise planner online ahead of time. And get a reservation, because it definitely fills up because it's popular.
So with most shows, for those who don't have reservations, at like about 10 minutes before showtime, they'll open it up for everyone.
Right.
But of course, then it's just what's available, so.
Exactly.
Keep that in mind. And of course, because this is a full-on production in the theater, there'll be no filming. We'll show you the stage, what it looks like, you know, before the show starts. It's
like about 30 minutes till showtime. We're gonna head over now to try to get a good seat. Hopefully our Abe Lincoln seat.
That's right.
And yeah, I'm excited. This is the big show. It's big show night.
This is the greatest show. It's a long show. Yes. It's 2 hours. In the Royal Theater, and our favorite seats are available. Check it out. Got music pit right here. Keyboard player with mic. Then down there looks like guitar and bass, stringed instruments. And over on the other side they got the drum set. We showed this when we were in here the other night for the gift. I don't remember which night that was, but and I pointed it out. Now they've got it caged in. They got the like the plexiglass up to help mute the sound. And pretty awesome looking curtain. That's pretty cool. With like the concert metal rig lighting around, so this should be a lot of fun. Show hasn't started yet, but they're pushing out some performance fog. It's about to get wild in here. All right, just finished up dinner. Quick dinner in the Windjammer.
Yeah,
before it closed.
Yeah, it was grab and eat.
Yeah, after the show's long, so even catching the earlier showing of it, we were late, you know, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at the lovely colors out on the pool deck.
Would you call it night aesthetic?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Blue and purple. So, speaking of the show, your thoughts?
I thought the show was great. I thought it was super entertaining. The music was great. I loved how they had the live music. They were really good. The show was funny. And
singing was fantastic.
Yeah, I will say some of the humor is maybe not for kids.
And outfits.
And some of the outfits are not for kids.
So.
But otherwise, adults, I think it's great and free game and definitely worth seeing, especially if you like Queen and rock music and all that.
Me personally, I didn't care too much for the storyline, but that's not surprising. It's kind of like dystopian future society thing, and yeah. That's never been my bag.
So the gist of it is basically like it's way in the future where rock and roll like ceases to exist anymore, except for like a few rockers that bring it back and it comes back to life and stuff like that.
Now, speaking of music, we are heading to Music Hall because it's time for Finish the Lyric game show.
Yeah, I love this game.
And it's quite popular apparently. It's crowded in here. I think every seat in the place is taken. People are standing on the staircase between the two levels. It's so crowded in here. Scully.
This is tonight. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, Pam.
Well, the Finish the Lyric game show was a bust because there's literally not a seat in the house.
And they're doing it different than they normally do. Usually they have like 10 contestants or so, and they line them up, and they play a song, part of a song. If you know it, you run up to that mic. First one there gets the chance to finish the lyric, and so on and so forth. They're not doing that. There was no one up on the stage. It's kind of like, hey, I know it. Come on up.
You come on up.
So that's fine, but
I think we're gonna pass it. Well, we don't have a choice. There's no place to sit.
That's right.
There's barely even any standing room.
There's no room to breathe. That's okay though, because here in a little bit we have something else coming up. It's called like Red Nightclub Experience.
Surprise performances, special effects, and technology highlight this all-out nightlife extravaganza.
So into 70, and you know, with technology, maybe they're using the robots, maybe they're using the Vistoramas, not sure. So we'll see what's up with that.
You do have to be 18 to do this.
18 in life and counting. It has begun. Well, not really. It's not even close to starting. We still have like 30 minutes. It's showtime.
It's show time. It's loud time.
So far, this has been a complete swing and a miss.
It's basically just dancing. Like it's just everything we showed you is what we showed you.
There's lighting and loud music. It's a nightclub environment, which is fine, but you bill it as like, oh, the world's leading tech and it's amazing performances and surprises and.
I thought there was gonna be like more stuff on the screen.
Yeah.
Or like the
robots.
The robots are gonna be doing more. It's just dancing. It's cool.
It's cool, but not what we all signed up for. Okay, so the lady on the mic just said, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for a show, you're not gonna find it here. This is a dance party. Get on the floor. So what happened? Everyone's leaving. Everyone said, oh, okay, so we'll just go then. Thanks for letting us know. Well, the last two events may have been busts, but Stateroom Television is saving us. It's impossible! Well, that's it for today.
The end.
Another fun day on board Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas. This was a day at sea. Tomorrow's a day at sea. The day after that's a day at sea. We hope you'll stay tuned though and see what is to come as we have our last 2 days here at sea on board Anthem of the Seas. We had a lot of fun today doing that. We hope you did as well, watching along with us. So, with that said, any questions, leave a comment down below. If you're interested in booking Royal Caribbean or Anthem of the Seas or any of the other fine ships, reach out via the travel agent information at the end of this video. Happy travels.